Hey guys, welcome back. So this week we've run into the problem where we need to get water to the blueberries. So we have to go up and see the condition of everything up there, the system that we had last year, see if we can utilize that at all, and see what we need to do to get that going again. Get this tank that's on the back of the gator here filled up and transfer it over into a bigger tank up there that's hooked to our drip tape system. So we'll go through the adventure of all that and see what we run into getting that water system set up. All right, so we went up in the field and figured out that one, the line was plugged that was there, and two, one of the ball valves that we use to turn the water on was broken, probably from sitting there all winter. So we brought the line down to the house. This blue line here, we took our garden hose and just forced some water through that and got all the junk out of there. It was mostly just like mud and debris. So we got the line clear. We're okay to take that back up. And then we went through all our plumbing fittings for like 20 minutes because that's how it always goes. And we have a screen to put on the end of the hose that goes into the watering hole to help keep some of that debris out of there. And then we found a new ball valve. So now we're going to take all that back up into the field, plumb that together, and hopefully we can get some water flowing into the tank. So we're up here in the field now. Going to get ready to make that splice connection with ball valve. Here's what we're working with. Just putting this new valve on here, this old one. This old one was just, you can see it's open, but it was cracked up here. We couldn't get it to close or fully open, so we said, okay, we got to replace. So just going to replace that and splice these two back together, and then I'll show you the water source. All right, so here's our watering hole up here. Looks kind of murky. That's because it is. Well, the dogs have been in and out stirring up the mud. Anyways, this water hole in the middle of this hayfield up here is just a natural spring. It's kind of coming out. If I can get over here, it's kind of coming out of the side of the hill here, and it just steadily trickles down in. What we did was we just dug around with the tractor a little bit, kind of made a hole for the water to gather in, and then kind of build up a little bit of a dam. And that's what we're using to catch the water. There's a couple hundred gallons in this, 200 or 300 gallons in this at a time. And then we're able to pipe this hose in and get that water to roll downhill. I'll show you down there where my dad is with the gator. So we're just taking this blue hose, piping it all the way downhill to where he is, and that'll fill the gator up just with gravity. That's the system we used last year. We hope to improve that system this year. We have a pump we want to get set up so we can pump the water, because actually here we are at this little pond, and then if we pan over here, way over there, those tall trees, kind of the middle of the hedgerow, is where the blueberry tank, the water tank is for the blueberries. So we want to just be able to pump water straight over there into that fill tank, and then we won't have to do this gravity fill and transport with the gator back and forth. We can just pump directly from here to there, fill that tank up when we need water. So right now we're just going to try to get this line pushed back through the dike here so we can get the water into the tube, and then I'll put this screen on to try to help keep that debris out of there this time. So let's get that done. So we're down here at the tank. We got it into the dike there and got it plumb down here. So it's starting to fill this with water. You can see kind of muddy, but that's expected. The water's a little murky. So it'll take a while to fill this tank. It's a 200 gallon tank, roughly 200 gallons. So it'll take about a half an hour, 20 minutes to a half an hour to fill this tank up. So we're gonna go do something for a few minutes, let this fill up, and we'll come back when it's done. So we got the tank full, we got it over here next to our fill tank. So we're gonna get that transferred through this green hose over to our, I guess, our supply tank for the blueberries. So let's turn that valve on and see how it goes. See if we got a good siphon going there. All right, getting that tank filled up. This tank here is a 300 gallon tank. Like I said, we're filling it from a 200 gallon tank, so we're not going to quite get it full, but most of the way full. And then once we get that tank filled up to like 200 gallons, we'll go ahead and open the valve for that to go out to the drip tape on the blueberries. And then we'll just walk through on the drip tape, make sure that water's getting through. All right, here we are, the 200 gallon mark. So we're gonna turn this on and see how well our drip tape system is still working this year. Hopefully there's no major issues or breakages with it. Should hear some air rushing out close to these valves. And we are. But we are seeing some water drip. And that's exactly what we're looking for. That line should fill all the way to the end and continue to drip out. Check on this one. It's working. So we'll just walk these lines all the way down to the end just to make sure that it's functioning all the way through. You can feel that that line's full. There's a little leak here, so I'm gonna have to try to fix that. But I'm gonna walk these down to the end and make sure that they're working all the way through. So our water's been running for about an hour. We pretty much went through that first 200 gallons. We went and gathered another 75 or 100 gallons, got that in the tank, and that's running through right now. So about 300 gallons of water in total. I'm just gonna check the lines, or at least check the soil underneath the lines to see if that moisture's been getting penetrated down into the soil. We'll just take this plant here, pull back the mulch a little bit, and just find one of those emitters and see. And there, get focus. You can see that this is, I know you can't feel it, but that soil down there is damp. So that water's getting through the drip tape and doing its job. We'll check this side of it. There's an emitter every 6 inches on this drip tape. So, oops. Feels like that emitter's kind of dry there. But it did get to the other side. So, looks like it did what we needed it to do, which is a relief. Got some water to these plants. So we'll do that. maybe once or twice a week until we get some decent rain, and then we can go from there. If we get good rain, then we won't water. If we go like a week without rain, then we'll run 300-400 gallons of water through. Keep these plants healthy. So that's the water system for now. Like I said, we're going to rework that, make that a little more functional. We are in the midst of building a new flat wagon. We bought some running gear, so we get that flat wagon built, and we're going to use that to haul the water. I think that'll be a little easier. So maybe we'll end up doing is just using the well water down at the house, filling that tank up on the flat wagon and bringing that up here. That way we're getting good, clean, filtered water. It'll go through the drip tape a little easier. Those emitters can get plugged up if there's too much sediment, and you can see that water's pretty murky that we're working with. But it's been nice to use that because it's not costing us anything other than the fuel to haul that back and forth with the gator, because it's all gravity. So that's about it for the watering for now. So it's been about 6 days since we got that watering system in and got these plants watered. And then today, this morning, we got some rain. So that's really good. We don't have to do the watering system again today. So we got some natural rain. But I'm just thankful that we're able to get that watering system up so we can utilize it when we need to. Plants are looking really good. As you can see, the plant beds are nice and moist from today's rain. So everything's going well here with the blueberries in the field, with the watering system. That's pretty much a wrap on that until we get some modifications to that watering system. So let me know if you like this video. Subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you know when the next video is out. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.